Alright guys, Will here from ZaltekReviews.com. Today I'm finally got the opportunity to take a look at this Ikigai Maru 200 meter dive watch. It's currently on Kickstarter right now. I'll go into the prices and all the rest of the stuff, the specs and everything in a bit. Play the intro. Right guys, so let's get into it then. As I said, it's currently on Kickstarter. It was fully funded in just a matter of minutes. So that obviously tells you how popular it is. There's plenty of reviewers that have reviewed it so far. So you could check out their reviews. Right, where to start? The price? I think these started the early bird prices, the super early bird prices was $379, which is fine, fair enough. I think they're still under $400 now if you go and check them out on Kickstarter. So the Ikigai Maru dive watch. I'll give you the measurements as per usual. Right, case diameter 39.8mm, total thickness 11.4mm, lug to lug of 46.2mm, and has a 20mm lug width. This sized up, bracelet sized up for my 6 3/4 inch wrist. It weighs in at 158 grams. The movement inside it is a true no date Miyota 9039. 28,800 vibrations an hour, 24 joules, hackable, self-winding, with a 42-hour power reserve. The case itself, I'll put in like various pictures and all that throughout the video, some B-roll, some other bits and bobs that I've got as well, so you'll see what I'm talking about. The case itself is brushed and sandblasted 316L stainless steel. That's throughout. I'll just show you that. I'll talk about this bit later on. No polishing on this anywhere. As I say, it's nice brushing, and like the bracelet matches the case. This is just a prototype, bear that in mind, so there's a few marks and whatnot on it. Talking of prototype, I believe the only change they're making is stronger loom and they're changing the hour and minute hands ever so slightly. They're a bit like dolphin hands where the pinion is. I'll put pictures up. I mean, it took me a while to look at the pictures to see what difference was. But there is a difference at the pinion, you'll see that. And the hands themselves, like you see these, I'll show you. See the black marker type things that are on the hands, like they separate it. They're a bit thicker. No huge difference, but that's a wee tweak that they're making. That's the only one. That and the loom. That's the only difference. Differences will be with full production. The bezel, it's 120 click, unidirectional. It's not lined up. The action's nice. A wee tiny, it's no back, well it is back play, but it just kind of nestles into the position. It's not as if it's sloppy or anything like that. And it does line up, he says, as I went, have I went too far? Oh, fuck knows, can't see through this viewfinder. Doesn't matter. I know it lines up anyway, because I've been wearing it quite a bit. It's only arrived last week, and I'm pretty much the last reviewer to get this. I think there's been loads of reviews of this, so hence why it's so popular on Kickstarter. Where am I? The dial. Applied hour markers. You've got like, they're like fence post style hands, but as I say, I showed you the differences for the production earlier on. Printed minute track, and obviously it's a proper, no date, no ghost position or anything stupid like that. Printed, I think on this fresh mint, they call it the fresh mint? Aye, fresh mint. I think they could have printed, see the logo and the text, they could have done it in black on this model. Because basically in some light it just kind of disappears. It's nice though. Talking the colourways, you have this fresh mint green. You also have a deep ocean blue and a lunar eclipse red. And that's it, 3 choices. No white dial. But never mind, this is about as closest to the white dial that they offer. This kind of fresh mint. I would say this is going to be the most popular one anyway. The lume on this, it's Swiss Super Luminova C3 and BGW9, so 2-tone. Now everything on this is friggin' loomed. Obviously the hour and minute hands, the lollipop, the seconds hand, the indices are all loomed. The bezel's loomed. I forgot to mention on the bezel, it's a stainless steel insert, by the way. The crown logo is loomed. On this one, see all these square sectioned off parts, they're all loomed as well. You'd have seen that in the B-roll. Personally speaking, some people have said to me, oh, this bit here, see how it's sort of recessed, it's just going to be a magnet for dust and shit. I don't think so, because it's quite flat, and you, like when you do that with your thumb, you can't feel any ridges or anything like that. Well, obviously you can on the outside, but inside it's no going to be a dust magnet. I clean on my watches all the time anyway. I'm quite particular about that. Even just like a soft brush, you know what I mean? Yeah, if that's what you had to do. I mean, I would do that anyway. I do it with all my watches. I clean them all, especially when it's on a bracelet. I like to clean it all and clean the back, and, you know, because you get bits of dead skin and dust and all sorts of shit building up. So if you're complaining that your watch is kind of dirty or it's accumulated, well, it just means you're a manky bastard. Clean your watch. No joke. Right, bracelet. It's an H-link style. Female end links. Solid links throughout. Solid end links and that. On this prototype, it's push pins. I'm not 100% sure, but I did hear a rumour they're changing it to screw pins, but don't take my word for that. It was just a rumour. Whether it's going to happen or no, I don't know. Is it push pins or pin and collar? I can't remember when I sized it. Either way, it's no screw pins anyway right now on this prototype. Mill clasp and everything, I forgot to show you that. It's a nice clasp. 4 levels of micro adjust. Double push button release, all brushed, signed with the Ikigai logo. See, it's a bit scratching it, as I say, prototype. It's a nice clasp. I think it's in proportion with the rest of the watch. Nice size in that, and there's plenty of micro adjust to get a good fit. Sapphire crystal wise, it's a flat sapphire. This is just a prototype, but the AR coating that's on it, it's pretty good. I can't have any complaints. So, water resistance, 200 metres. The case back screw down, and you've got some etched. It's only etched on this, as you can see there. It's all scratched to buggery, man. It being a prototype. Aye, but it's nice and detailed. I like that. I do like it. And you got various specs around the edge as usual. The crown is 6mm in diameter. It's screwed down, obviously. It's signed and it's loomed, as I mentioned. I've went through the colourways. If you go to a link in the description, it'll take you to my website and you'll get all the specs right at the top of the landing page. So you didn't have to go hunting for them through various pages and scrolling up and down. All the specs are right at the top. And there's a link to the Kickstarter campaign further down at the bottom of the specs. Warranty wise, you're looking at 12 months. Which, I'm not going to say it again. 12 months, it's 12 months, you know what I mean? Hang on a sec. Quick wrist check. I'm wearing the Dryden Heartlander. Great watch that. I bought that myself, obviously. I'll just take that off and I'll give you a quick wrist shot. Don't need to give a loom shot of this Ikigai Maru. Because I've already showed you B-roll of it. So I'll give you a wrist shot, then I'm off. There you go. As you might expect, 40mm with, what's the lug to lug? 46mm. It fits my wrist perfectly. And it sits on the wrist, fantastic as well. See how it conforms to the wrist. Brilliantly, there's no bulging case back or anything stupid like that. Really nice watch, really comfortable. I would have liked to have seen a date version, but it's a first. They're obviously trying to save costs because you need to do certain numbers with manufacturers and all the rest of the stuff. So that's why there's only 3 colourways, and there's no different dials, date versions or anything like that. But I would have liked to have seen a date 6. That would have been nice. And more colourways, but I mean obviously that might come later on with our V2 or whatever, you don't know. What else? I think the loom on the side of the case, it's a bit gimmicky, to be honest with you. A bit of a novelty, but I mean it's a talking point, I suppose. Personally, I wouldn't have bothered with that. Keep the loom for the dial, the hands and the bezel. But I suppose it stands out, it makes it unique, doesn't it? Right guys, that's about it. Please like, comment, subscribe and even share this video if you feel like it. It does help me. Have I missed anything? No, that's about it. Right guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching. Toodles.